Hello everyone, this is Mario Perez, your instructor for the IDEA Fundamentals Workshop. I wanted to take the opportunity to share with you a tip that can help you when you're working with databases within an IDEA, regardless of what type of database it is. It could be a general ledger, as you see here before you. It could be an accounts payable or payroll file. And that is simply to make sure before you start doing any type of serious work on a database that what you are working with is actually what you requested from the client. And one of the things that we can do that to verify this is looking at the field statistics of this database. And from there, getting some interesting metadata that we can then compare to what the client is showing. For example, here in this general ledger, we have this amount field. And one of the things that we can quickly determine is if what the total debits and credits are, and also if this field nets out to zero, if there are any out of balance entries or not. That's one thing we can also verify immediately. Another thing that we can test to make sure is the number of records in this database match to what the client is showing, if it's applicable. Sometimes the client has their own tally for the number of transactions that are in their population. A third thing that you can do as well is to make sure that you are within the date scope of the population that you're testing. In other words, that the data that you're looking at falls within the dates that you have requested. So if I were to click on field statistics, you have these three different types: numeric, date, and time. Focusing on the amount here, I can see immediately my total positive value and my total negative value nets out to zero. They're both the same. One's going negative and one's going the other way. I also have the total dollar value, so I can compare that to the client to make sure that I am working with the information that they are working with. The number of records as well is listed here. I can also click on the date field, and the date field is going to provide me the earliest and the latest date. Very important, because now I know that this population falls within the date scope that I have requested. If, for example, there was a number here, the date was showing the 1st of January 2009, that could be an issue, because that shows that there is a record that is bleeding into the following year. And then I would have to go back to the person who gave me this file, whether it's IT or the person in charge of the business process, and request a new file just to make sure that I'm getting all of the transactions within the dates that I have requested. So those are the three things that you can do: comparing the numeric fields and comparing it to what the client is showing, make in terms of the general ledger, seeing that the debits and the credits net out to zero, the number of transactions within the database match to what the client is showing, if applicable, and also looking at the date fields just to make sure that all the transactions are within the period that you have requested. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you again in the next tech tip. Have a great day. Bye.